When were you born?
I don't know. October 7th, 22.
Where were you born?
What? Carmen. How did that go?
What were your parents' names?
Maud and Frank.
And your siblings' names?
Oh, how many?
All of them.
All of them. The older sister was Mima. And then Eleanor was the youngest. And then Franklin, Warren, Randall. How many is that?
5.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. How old were you when you joined the war? Or when you were enlisted? Or drafted? Were you drafted?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in 43.
So how old was that, do you know?
Well, 22, 32, 42, would be 21, I think. 22, 32, 42.
You're 21. Did you finish all your schooling that you wanted to before going into the war? And what were your service dates? What were your service dates?
February 6th. To Christmas of 45. December 25th of 45.
Did you have to go through basic training?
Sure.
What was that like?
Well, it was all right.
What did you have to do?
Run around and go to classes and that's about it. KP and stuff like that.
What's KP?
Working in the kitchen, making, doing the dishes and stuff like that,
Did you have to take tests?
Tests?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like running tests or like class tests?
We had class tests too.
And running?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
25-mile hikes.
Wow. Was it hard?
No.
You were drafted into the war?
Yeah.
Do you think that if you weren't drafted, you would have enlisted in the war?
Yeah, I tried to, but they wouldn't take me. They had the enlistments closed. See what was happening, everybody was picking out what they wanted to do. The Navy or this or that. And they wanted to put you where they wanted you to go.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to go into the Army?
Yeah. I would have went to the Air Force.
Would you?
If I had the chance. But I didn't have the chance.
Alright, during the war, you served in the Army?
Right. Salvation.
And which war were you in?
WW2.
And what was your role? Like, what did you do?
I was a medic.
Did you take care of the wounded after the battles, or was it just like...
Well, I was in hospitals and on board ship bringing them home and stuff. Run dispensaries on the way over for the troops. Like sick call.
Mm-hmm. Where were you stationed?
I wasn't stationed. It was all over the place. I'll give you the list where I went, and if you got that there, you said you want to take copies, eh?
Yeah. And then, were you on the ship all day, or?
Yeah, they couldn't get off at night.
Well, was it every day that you were on the ship?
Yeah, I was going over, so it was a 10-day trip. It was a 10 days on the trip,
And then, how many tours of duty did you have?
Only one. You don't have tour of duties then.
Oh.
You went until it was over.
What was the highest rank that you...
T5.
What did that mean?
Technician, 5th grade.
Like, what did you do for that? What did you do to get there?
What did I do to get there? I don't know.
Just
It
kidding.
work.
What was your most memorable battle?
I had no battle.
Like, I guess, like, memorable experience then.
I don't know. What that could be. Getting out.
Was that the best experience?
Not really. Had a lot of fun.
Well, name something that you enjoyed.
What I enjoyed.
Mhm.
I enjoyed the boat rides.
Did you enjoy the people?
Oh yeah.
Were any of your family members enlisted in the war at that time?
Yeah, there was 2 other ones that spoke within in Franklin.
Which one spoke?
Warren. You don't know Spook.
I didn't know his real name. For your family members back home, how did you communicate with them?
Right.
Letters?
Yeah, email. I'm not email, I guess. V-mail they called it at that time, I guess.
V-mail?
They used to take pictures of it and send it through somehow.
Did you do this often?
What? Right?
Yeah.
Once in a while. Not all.
Did they write back? Could they write back?
Yeah. They sent it to APO and they had to find out where the hell we were at.
What's APO?
Oh, that, yeah. You had, yeah. When you went overseas, that's, they had a number like they used to send to that AP, I guess it was APO. Used to go to port embarkation, I guess, or something like that.
Alright. Was it hard for you to be away from your family that long?
No.
What would you tell young men and women going into the war today?
Have fun. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. It's just being taped.
Mhm.
It's not being recorded though.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Oh man.
Alright, if you could ever go back and like redo your service and like change anything, would you? Would you change anything?
No, I'd go back anyway.
Would you?
Yeah.
What do you think the hardest part about being in war was?
I wasn't in a war.
Being
I was away, that's all. Had no problems.
Alright, can you think of anything like that was really memorable there? Like anything that happened there? I mean, do you remember it?
Not really. I don't think so.
Any good stories?
No. I couldn't put them on tape.
It's okay, you can.
That's about it then.
Yep. And what are you reading?
Yeah, I think this is what.
What was the 550th Medical Hospital Ship platoon?
Where was it?
What was it?
That was a group of guys.
How many?
It started out with 21 men and 5 nurses. And then we made one trip and got rid of the nurses.
Why'd you get rid of them?
They didn't want to go again.
Oh, okay.
There was no use to them. And got rid of 21 nurses, five nurses, and they cut it down to 15 men and 2 officers. That's all in our outfit. was a big out.
Sounds like it. Were you on a big ship or a small one?
Well, the Queen Mary and all them. Ain't it on there? Don't tell you which ship you went on, did it?
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on the Queen Mary for a trip or two. Did you ever hear that?
No.
It's ocean liner did. You ever hear the Queen Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the sister ship.
Oh.
And then I was on different ones, you know, on different ships.
What was the longest trip?
Oh, I went once on a hospital ship. There's one in there someplace. I don't know if you have it.
Were these all the people in your division?
No, that was when I got out.
Oh.
Yeah, my name ain't even on there, is it?
I don't think so.
Huh?
I don't think so.
It must be another paper someplace.
Maybe they just never let you out.
Huh?
Maybe they never let you out and you didn't know.
Maybe they didn't make go. Yeah, I guess I was in September the 20th. I guess to October 1st. That would be what?
Where were you going?
Yeah, I guess it was, went to Oran, North Africa. That was September 20th in 43. And arrived over there at October 1st.
Were any of the boat rides like excruciatingly hard? Or any bad weather or anything happen?
Huh?
Any bad weather or anything happen over the trips?
Well, a lot of guys got sick, seasick.
Did you ever get sick?
No,
Did you have to take care of the guys that were seasick?
no.
What did they do for them?
They didn't do nothing for him. He just kept throwing up.
Oh, that's cute. Do you remember your officers' names?
Yeah. Martin Stern was the captain. He was a dentist. And the commanding officer was Page. Oh, yeah, it's good. Here's the ships.
What ships were they?
Mariposa, USAT Mariposa. The Empress of Scotland. Can't think of what that. Scotland again, but here's the Queen Mary. The Queen Mary. USAT. What the hell is that? Alexander there, I guess is right there, but I'm not bringing it there.
Yeah, Alexander.
Algonquin. USA, what is that, NS Algonquin down here something. There must be another paper that there. All the script ain't on there.
Were you married at the time that you went into war?
No,
Did you know your wife?
no. What did you do with that paper you got? You got the Algonquin, huh?
Yep.
And then the USAT James Parker.
Are these all war papers?
Yeah, these are what you get for Philippine Liberation War. See now it's down there called.
Do you remember any of the medals you received?
Well, see, that's what it is up there on the top, I think.
Philippine Liberation Ribbon.
Yeah.
Do you know what that was for?
You tried to liberate the Philippines. Yeah.
What does that mean? Do you know what you did to earn that?
Yeah, I went there. That's what I got to do.
Yeah. What were these ones?
See them on the top there, it tells you what.
Asiatic Pacific Theater Service Medal. What does that mean? You just went to Asia?
European Africa. I was in the European theater.
Asia, Europe, and Africa?
What does it say on there?
Asiatic Pacific Theater Service Medal.
Yeah, it was the African theater, I mean the European theater.
Oh. What's the European theater?
Yeah, that's over there in Germany and all that stuff.
Oh. Do you remember what the biggest medal you got was?
I didn't get no medals. This is all I got, is these ribbons, you know?
Yeah. Were they all pretty much the same?
Well, there's a bunch of different ones. Where I made T5.
And you made T5?
Yeah, well, they give you the.
Is there anything else you want to share about being in war?
Gee, this year you only got the one ribbon, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these are all ribbons too. What one you got there?
The Philippine something liberation ribbon. We don't have to write them all down now.
Huh?
We don't have to write them all down now.
Oh no, you don't want them all.
Not all of them.
Oh. Yeah, I can tell you no more.
Okay.
I was in the Philippines too, so you don't have it there.
And of what?
Like, I was in both theaters, I wasn't just in one theater.
Did you see any of the people in your division after you got out of the war?
One guy I saw, he stopped over the house one time, he was driving a truck.
Oh. Is that it?
Yeah.
Did you have any of your friends from home go into the war at the same time you did?
Not one in at the same time. I met two of them on board ship one time. There was a ship going over. But, there's another paper there that tells you, should tell you the trips I took. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's a discharge. You don't need that, do you? Well, that's about it. I don't know anything else. What else you want to know? Two guys I met on board ship, and then I got a cake with them down and ate the cake. You know,
Why'd you get a cake?
I stole it.
How'd you steal a cake?
Well, them limeys, they, on the Queen Mary, they used to lock everything up
Uh-huh.
in the refrigerator. Then we had the screwdriver, and we take the hinges off.
Off the refrigerator?
Off the refrigerator, yeah.
You stole.
And then we'd open the refrigerator up and take what we wanted out and put it back together again. They had locks on them.
Oh. So people wouldn't do exactly what you just did?
So they wouldn't be able to get in, but we just... And then I took them down and we ate the cake. The three of us from port.
Oh.
There was 15,000 on that ship. And out of the town I come from was only about 4,000, I guess. And there was three of us on that ship.
Mm-hmm.
So how you figure that out?
Must have been a lot of ships.
Yeah. And the one guy didn't come back.
Oh.
He got killed.
Oh. Did you guys come back on the same ship?
No. Go over and get off and then work in a hospital and come back on another ship.
Alright. Anything else?
That's about it.
Alright. I think we're done.
Good. He just did that.
Alright.